Yeah, where we left off was at the Golden Lost Church, and the Golden Lost Church is where we're going to pick up. You guys had noticed that there were a couple of grave diggers or possibly grave robbers because this place has well over 100 graves in it. So you really don't think that they're burying anybody new, and this place has been full for a while. So Kang pretty much determined, hey, you got some people stealing some stuff here, and you guys are going to attack them because Omi had recognized with a great perception check that, or was it not Omi? I think Omi was a point short or something. But anyway, someone uh, kind of figured that these two individuals were a little foul. So plus there's a stench coming from the graveyard and all that other stuff. So, all right, we're gonna pick up where we left off, and I believe everybody rolled. Did you guys roll initiative yet? I believe.
I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll start off with Splug. He had looks like Splug had the no, actually Kang. Kang had the best initiative. So, but you guys are going to have surprise anyway. So, you can go ahead and go first, Kang. They'll be flat-footed, so.
Well, I get to put flat-footed on. Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, that makes a difference. Now I'm not going to do what I was going to do. I will just. I was just going to walk up to him and be like, "What are you doing there?"
Sure. I mean, you can do that if you want to. I'm totally. You do whatever you want. I'm fine with that.
Well, I just don't want to destroy everybody else's flat-footed, so I will just.
It's only +2. You guys are all right. Oh, and congratulations on level 2, by the way. Sort of like a late thing there, but yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah, feel free. I mean, you don't have to kill something for experience. You know, you can always talk your way out of it or whatever. It's up to you. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, I will, sword and shield in hand, I will walk up and approach him. This guy right here.
Sure.
Does that look right on the map? I've got 2 tokens on the map all of a sudden.
Looks good to me. Yeah. I see only one of you. You said you have 2 of your tokens?
Yeah, there's a token where I started from, and now there's a token standing right next to the thing there.
Let's delete them. Did they both disappear and the one reappear?
No, they're both still there.
All right. You got a doppelganger.
Cool.
Everybody attack the doppelganger. All right, so you walk up on this guy. As you come around the grave, you were behind the grave, you come up, he actually hears you, and this individual turns around, and the individual has a shovel in his hand, kind of throws dirt to one side. The other gentleman also stop. They almost look like they could kind of pass to be relatives or something like that because they kind of look similar. And the one that by you turns around and he goes, "Oh, good afternoon." And then he says, "Oh, you might want to stay back." And he also has like a handkerchief that's tied around his face. Both of them do actually. And he says, "I wouldn't come any closer, good friend. This area has been riddled and is ripe with the plague. So everything is contagious around here. It only takes one whiff, my friend, and you could turn black as pitch and be deader than old Tar-Baphon himself." And he just kind of takes his shovel and sticks it in the ground and kind of leans on the handle a little bit.
So, based on Omi's perception, I'm really looking at him hard, man. Do I notice anything that's...
Yeah, it looks like he may have like this... it may be a mask, but you're not really too sure because the skin is so loose. Like skin is kind of folded up over his collar on his shirt and stuff. Looks just kind of gross. Both of them look that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, it is ripe with the plague. This place is. I would stay back, friend. I would leave the graveyard. We're trying to keep control of this contagion.
What are you doing here exactly?
Oh, we're just making sure we find these plague-ridden corpses and dispose of them properly. And you can
And
see that there's. Give me a perception check, actually. And actually, you can have a +2 on the roll. So we'll add 2 more on there. So your perception is going to be an 11, which should be, I would say that would be fine. Because because you can see that not only are they, these two gentlemen are standing in two graves that they've already redug, but there's also 4 more graves. And you can actually see that there is beside one of the headstones there is sort of like a small little pile of dirty jewelry and stuff like that.
okay.
But yes, my friend, we are just trying to, find the contagion and nip it here and get rid of it. But it does have a pretty ripe smell all throughout the graveyard, especially as you get closer here.
So, what is that pile of stuff you're collecting there? Are you robbing these bodies?
Oh no. What? And then the other guy, he starts chiming in. Oh, we've been contracted by the families to find the personal belongings so we can give the belongings to them because times are bad now in Aberton and people are needing money. So yeah, we're just doing this for the families. And then he
Something's not.
points to the tombstone. He goes, "Oh, just like old good old Dave here. Dave found a bear in a cave." Just says on it on his on his gravestone. He goes, "We're just trying to give Dave's family his belongings." No rolls needed here, but you guys think these two guys are full of crap. You know what I mean?
So, yeah, I'll walk over to Splug here. I'll ignore Emu over there and not try and give up his surprise or anything. And
Gotcha.
I'll look at Splug and Omi and I'll be like, "Are you guys buying any of this?"
Splug just shrugs his shoulders.
Omi's holding a spoon with some lightning dancing off the tip of it.
Ooh. No metagaming with Splug. He just says, mm. Gives you a little grunt. Mm. And he goes,
What about?
if you don't mind, we would like to get back to work and, continue to strike out this contagion.
And there's no authorities in this town, right? We're missing the sheriff. He
Sheriff is,
disappeared.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sheriff is definitely missing. That's for sure.
Emu was sitting there like he goes to pull back his bow and arrow because he's got his little bow out, and he's like, and he kind of looks back and he's looking over at you guys, and then he just kind of shrugs and looks over at like Omi, and you guys like, oh.
So what do you guys think? These two guys, they basically go back to digging, doing the old over the shoulder flick every couple seconds.
They clearly look fiendish guys, and looks
Something's
like
definitely
grave robbing.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. I just don't want to get in trouble for making a mistake and killing somebody that we shouldn't.
Well, you never know.
Even though they look like, even if they are just regular, normal townsfolk, they should be put out of their misery with their skin falling off like that.
Something's definitely going on, that's for sure. So what do you guys think? You gonna attack, or you gonna let them go, or gonna take their word for
Emu
it,
was
even though you
was
think they're
just
full of crap?
looking for Omi basically to do an alpha strike, and he wasn't planning on doing it until that because that's what he was like. Oh, I want to do that. So he doesn't have enough initiative to do anything on his own.
Omi's gonna lower the spoon that's got lightning dancing across the tip and say, "My friend Zero taught me this trick," and cast an electric arc.
All right. All right. So you guys will definitely have. We're gonna keep them flat-footed, and I'll go ahead and there will be no penalties or anything like that because they basically have their backs towards you and they're continuing to dig. So all
They
of
thought
you
they
will.
made their diplomacy checks.
Yeah, they thought that they had you guys snowed, basically, as they go back to work, trying to sniff out this contagion and destroy it, All right, so let's see. Your spell, Mr. Omi. Lightning
I can.
arc.
Yep, I'm gonna cast it on both of them, so I can give them both saving throws.
All right.
I'm ready for that.
Yeah, I'm ready. Ooh, that would be a success. Thanks for rolling a 20 for me. I appreciate that.
Here's the second one.
Ooh, rolled over. So the second one failed. Yeah.
And these are new spells, which I haven't coded out here yet. But
Okay.
this will do D4 plus my spellcasting modifier, which is a 4. So it will do 7 points of damage to number 1, and I'll work on adding those codes in there. And
Okay.
it's not my turn. That will be it for Omi.
All right.
Nice.
Who wants to go next?
As soon as Omi did that, Emu sees his signal, and he's gonna let loose at this guy. Which one is that one? Fiend 1. So he's still got the flat-footed on him.
All right. If you guys can hear me.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
It's a crit with A. Oh, that's right, because the crits are now, if you just hit 10 over, it auto crits,
Yeah,
I guess, now,
It
right?
auto crits, yeah. 10 over the AC or
All right.
saving throw under is a fail. So, yeah. Very
So
nice.
let's see. Let me put on. Let's see. Do I have sneak attack on myself? No, I don't. Cool. All right, and then damage.
You
Is
guys
that
should
within
hear me a
sneak
little
attack
bit
range?
better now
5, 10,
on the stream, right?
25.
I imagine you guys can.
Oh, looks like I might be right outside. Is that right?
Should be able to hear me.
Is it 30-foot range on?
Well, you can
Pathfinder
always
2?
move up if you want. I mean, there should be a range on on the attack, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if Pathfinder 2, like they used to have sneak attack with the ranged weapons. You had to be within 30 foot.
Well, let's go ahead and we'll say that you get it, and then we'll kind of take a look at that in the rules afterwards.
Okay.
And I'll
Well-
write that down. So
Yeah, I could just move up to. I'll do a move first, and I'll sneak up to there, and then shoot, and then that way we don't have to worry about it. And then, all right, so then I'll just do my damage. Sorry, guys. Boom.
oh,
Oh, what?
that's no problem.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
What happened? I think
I'll
I
take
did
a
too
look
many
at it.
dice too. Did
You
I have
might
sneak
have.
attack on twice?
it looks like you had yeah.
I have inspire
I
courage
think it
in.
was twice. Yeah.
I have sneak attack.
So we could take that first 4 and 2, and we'll get rid of the 2 and 2. So we'll get rid of 6 off of that. So you do 21. All right.
What was all of that? Let's see. Effect. I got sneak attack.
Well, it's a critical,
Damage.
so it doubles everything. Remember, it's critical, so it doubles.
Oh,
it.
I had a crit. That's
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
That's
Okay.
where it's coming from. Yeah.
Okay. And then I had
So
the
it
inspire
is. No,
courage shouldn't
that's
have been
actually
on. Okay.
correct. Yeah, that's good.
Cool. All right, and then I'll do. So with the bow and arrow, you could just keep reloading and fire. So you could fire 3 rounds
Yeah.
automatically.
Second, yep. Second will be with your second action. That'll be at -5.
Got
and
it.
then the third will be at -10.
Okay. And that one missed. So
So
I'll fire the
second
second.
shot?
Misses. Yep. And I'm done.
Misses. All right. You gonna take a third one? That's right, because you moved, right?
I moved.
Yeah,
I
that's
moved.
right. All right.
Yeah.
So who wants to go next? Zero, Omi?
Omi took his surprise round.
Oh, that's right. So Zero, you're up.
I'm not on the combat tracker, and all I see is blackness on the map.
Oh, that's because I took you out last week. So I will add you back really quick. My apologies on that. All right. So we'll add you.
Cast darkness on
there.
myself.
Now you should be able to see.
There he is.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. So I thought I wasn't there. That's why I was just like,
No, yeah, you were there in spirit last week. Thanks, Keep. So what do you think?
All right,
your
so I'm gonna.
blast?
Well, since I leveled up, I'm gonna cast Fear on one of these fiends.
All right.
So, fiend number 1. So he has to do a will save.
Yeah. Sounds good. It affects one creature. All right. So you can go ahead and give it its saving throw. Do you see the... There you go. Let's see.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Are you in actions mode in the lower right-hand corner of your sheet? There you go. All right. So the save is a success. So fear did not work.
All right.
All right. So now we are going to roll for initiative. So everybody go ahead and roll. The creatures have already rolled because they rolled as they were added to the tracker. So, oh, nice rolls, everybody. Holy cow. Couple of 25s. Nothing changed for you, Kang. Nice roll, Emu. Wow, everybody had really good rolls. So, yeah, we'll go to starting with Kang. You're up first.
Yeah, so Kane will move up back to here where he was at, and he will swing on him with a sword.
All right. Kang the Destroyer. We'll see if the Destroyer means anything. It does. Oh, it switched. It rolled it. That is a miss with the 9-ring sword. But that was a 2 action, so you got 1 more action.
And I will shield up.
All right, shield up. Ooh, I like that. Did you see that you can click shield up on your character sheet?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Next is Omi, Master of Spoons.
Omi starts tapping a couple spoons together, getting a beat going, and he's going to use Inspire Courage on everyone.
All right.
Make sure I got everyone targeted. Missing. Oh, Splug.
You inspire your allies with words or runes or tunes of encouragement. You and all allies gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear. Very nice.
And I'm making that a lingering composition, so it will last 3 rounds.
3 rounds. All right. That's nice. All right. I take it that's probably 2 actions, right? So you got another one?
That's actually just 1.
Is that 1? Ooh, wow.
Yep.
Holy cow.
So with my other 2 actions, I will cast, as I start tapping the spoons, I kind of build up a charge on them, and I release another electric arc on these 2 guys.
All right. Sounds good. And they are still flat-footed because they have not taken any actions yet. Look at that. Thanks for a 20. I appreciate that. So the first one saved, and the second one failed.
Exact same as last round.
Yeah, that would be the fiend that is on Kang.
Yep, number 1, yep.
All right, so it takes 5 damage, and it is heavily wounded. All right, so the fiend that is opposite of where Kang is, across the little path there, all of a sudden, as in the token, with the image with this kind of worm coming out, this is exactly what happens. A worm comes out, and Kang, seeing that you're a man of religion, you will notice that this is a Vermlek. So it is a demon. So this person has been possessed by this demon. So as this happens, basically the worm comes out, falls into the grave so you don't see it, and it looks like the corpse just goes right down. Looks like there's no bone structure or anything. It just squishes down, and you can't see the corpse. So yeah, it's now out of sight. So I'm going to make it invisible to you guys. Splug is up. Splug, of course, you know what Splug's going to do. Splug kicks butt and takes names later. So as he already had his, I remember saying that he had his sword and shield drawn as we entered the graveyard last time, or as we enter the mausoleum. So he is going to charge up. And let's see, 5, 10, 15, 25. That'll be all 25 of my movement. And I will attack this creature. And I will attack it with my longsword. So here we go. In fact, I will swing twice. The first swing. Ooh, that's definitely hit at 27. I love big numbers like that. So let's go ahead and do some damage to this thing. And it takes 20 damage. Was that a critical? It was a critical. So it was 10 over his AC. I did 20 more damage to this thing.
This dude is tough.
Yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. So it's taken a little bit of damage. Well, let's see. Yeah, it's taken a little bit of damage. Quite a.
It says it's heavy.
Yeah, it's almost dead. So I'm going to take my second attack, which will be at -5, which I hardly ever hit. But I actually hit my second attack. That's awesome. So let's do some more damage to this thing. Max damage to this thing. Basically, Splug comes up with like an uppercut and swipes the head right off of this thing, and part of a worm actually falls out of the head of this individual. But it is this individual is no more, basically. All right. So what do you guys want to do? I mean, the first individual, the one that the worm out, you guys actually heard and saw this worm come out of its mouth, like the image, the token shows. Yeah, what do you guys want to do? As the second one beside Kang was decapitated, basically.
Emu doesn't like being right next to where it was, so he goes back over here and hides. So that's what he's doing.
Over by Magic Money. I love it. So Splug is going to walk over here, and Splug kind of looks down into the hole, and he kind of looks back at everybody and gives a grunt, shrugs. Yeah, and as you get over there, Kang, there's just like a pile of flesh, right? And there's a hole to where it looks like something burrowed down into the ground. Not a big hole. It's probably I don't know, probably
so
6 inches or so, the hole.
Emu looks over at Omi and goes,
"Hey, I know Splug sign language. That means I don't know. That's what that means when he does that."
Pretty good, little guy.
Yeah, we know each other a long time. I pick it up over time. Took a while.
That's why I wanted Splug to be, can't speak, and just simply because I know you guys will be asking him questions, because I know what's going on with the game. So I'm like, I don't know. He's like a sword, that kills things.
So some kind of worm came out of this body's mouth, and both of them fell down into the grave. And their body is there, but the worm is gone, and it looks like it burrowed down into the ground.
Yeah. And like I said, it doesn't look like this corpse has any internal bone structure at all. It's just like it's like a pile of flesh, pretty much.
A deflated blow-up doll.
That's pretty much it, yeah. With a big wide open mouth. The old who was that? Tammy Faye Baker. That's right. That's showing my age. I remember Tammy Faye Baker with all the makeup on. I'm like tired. He's laughing.
He has like purple streaks around his eyes, and
oh boy, here we go. Interesting conversation number 1 for this week's game.
So, does the hole go like straight down, or does it go off in a direction?
It looks like it just burrows kind of straight down. You put your arm in there, and it seems like it goes down longer than what your arm can reach, and nothing attacks you or nothing like that. So
I wave Emu over, and I'm like, "Hey,
All right.
go pee in that hole."
pee in the hole.
You know,
Okay, but what if, because worms like to eat bigger worms, right? Or smaller worms.
Okay, yeah.
Don't know if that's a good idea.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Okay, if you're not comfortable, I understand. It was just a thought.
We could pee in the hole, and I'll just shoot it with electricity. Maybe it'll surge down in there.
That sounds like a good idea.
Up, what if it arcs back up? Ooh.
Oh, wait a minute.
The Splug will be ready.
Yeah, it will. So I seen that you had cast prestidigitation, emu, and you took the part of the worm that I guess came out of the head of one of those corpses, and it's floating like you wanted it, because it can definitely pick that up, and it's floating over there by Splug and Omi.
yeah, he was gonna try to do that as a trick to to just mess with Omi and them. He was gonna stand back there and try to do a prestidigitation spell that he just picked up that make the worms like wiggle around.
Oh yeah, I get it now. Never mind.
Well, guys, if there's people's valuables lying around, we should hide those away so no one else comes along and takes them.
Yeah, Emu will hide it. Yeah, I can hide it for
I'll
you
hide
guys
it right
if
in
you
your
want.
pouch. Yeah, there's probably, I would say, it's old. A lot of it's corroded. But it's probably worth maybe 10 gold or so. All of
Is
pretty much everything.
Is the one corpse still there, just hollowed out?
Yeah, pretty much.
So Emu goes over and he kind of like picks up part of the corpse and he tries to find a place to put his hand through.
The one
Can
that
I
was
make it-
beheaded, right?
Yeah, can I make it move its mouth at all? No, not the one that was beheaded. The one that the worm
sure.
jumped out of and disappeared. Yeah.
So you want to like cut a hole and put your hand in there and use him as a puppet or something like that?
Yeah.
He's pretty heavy. I mean, he weighs a lot. But sure, you
He's
can do it.
investigating to see. He just looks at it and he's trying to kind of get an idea of if there's a spot where he can do it. He's like,
Hey, this might make a pretty good act for the circus.
Oh God.
I think it's but normally it's a smaller one and it sits on your lap and then you wiggle it. And then you go like this and then you talk. And you go like this and you can see it. And then it sounds like it's
The stench is
There you
right
go.
up your alley, Emu.
yeah.
That would be up to you if you wanted to do that. I mean, that would be interesting. That would be. They look like they're related, though. These two corpses, the beheaded one and the one that the vermlet came out of. Use it as a puppet. I don't even think you could get that thing is like twice as tall as you. How are you going to get that thing to sit up there? What are you going to do? Sit on its lap?
That would be kind of
Set
funny.
it down.
Actually.
Yeah. Put it in a chair.
Yeah, we'll call it the reverse ventriloquism act.
Jeez, golly.
But then I have to stick its hand up. Oh no, that wouldn't work. Okay, I think he's too heavy.
A couple of people are saying they like whenever you send a message, it kind of pings. A lot of people are liking the voice, the new sounds that Unity has.
Where's everybody going? They don't want to see my act, huh? Okay.
Do you need help with it?
You build some kind of prop for it or something. Call you Carrot Top.
Do we just leave them on the ground here, or do we throw the dirt back on them? What's the proper thing to do with the humans?
Well, let's see if we can find someone and ask them.
Okay. Because if we were goblins, we would just light them on fire.
Give them the old fire burial.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And then the ashes make a excellent spice for like your if you have some like venison, you should put some